Our first guest on the show today is the president of Team One Plastics of Albion, Craig Carrel. Hi, Craig.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to be here, Bart.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
And congratulations to the incredible growth of your company. It really has been a banner year for Team One Plastics.
Yes, it has. We've experienced some good, solid growth over the last couple of years. Of course, during the recession, it was difficult times and a lot of struggles to get through that. But as automotives now come out of that, we've benefited from that growth.
Isn't it amazing how long it's really taken, the recession, 2008, and here we are, 6, 7 years after, and it's still, for most companies, it's been a slow road back.
Right, right. It was a tough 5 years, really. Last year was probably the best year that we really started getting our feet under us.
What do you do at Team One Plastics?
Well, we're a precision injection molding company for the automotive industry. So we mold components, a lot of them you don't see. There's thousands of parts in automobiles, but a lot of switch components, a lot of components used in the engines, and in particular a lot for a diverse automotive base, Hondas, Toyotas, GM, Ford, almost any major OEM.
And you're a Tier 1 supplier?
Tier 2 or 3, yeah. We supply companies like TAC Manufacturing here in Jackson, some of the companies in Battle Creek, but we're more of a Tier 2, Tier 3 supplier.
Yeah, and you're perfectly situated for a number of your customers. I've seen your client list. Some of those are right here in Jackson, and as you mentioned, in Battle Creek.
Right.
Here we're seeing some of the video, in fact, from Global Great Lakes, which featured Team One Plastics last year.
Yes, yeah. We've been really pleased with the videos that have been done through cooperation with JTV. You guys have done an exceptional job in terms of capturing the essence of our manufacturing environment. It's always good to, the website to bring people to, but ours is a visual process, so the more we can show the process, if you're a knowledgeable engineer or purchasing person, you can see that we're a competent company that makes quality products.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate the shout out. And your company really has been recognized for a number of accomplishments this year. You were named the best company to work for in plastics in the entire country.
Yeah, we were number 7. There was a top 10, and we made 7.
Okay, you're in the top 10. I'm sorry.
Top 10, but we'll take it.
All right. Well, then probably in the state of Michigan, or at least in the region.
Yeah. Well, we're very focused on developing a strong team. Anyone can buy the equipment and buy the plastics and make the parts. And really what differentiates what we believe great companies is having a great team of people. And we're very focused on that.
How does a company in the United States compete with the suppliers located in Asia in the types of products that you make?
Well, that's a great question because we're in a manufacturing environment and a company. And as you know, that's not been the best place to be for many, many years, but it's actually swinging back. One of the ways we're doing it is really through information technology, the use of computers, the internet, and information usage. And then the other way is through automation. We're very automated. The videos show that.
Right.
We have 3 people, really direct laborers, working with 26 machines.
And the amount of automation that you've added in just the last few months has been incredible.
Yes, yeah, we're always, to be competitive, as you mentioned, you really have to always be looking for better ways to do it, better ways to optimize the labor. Obviously labor, the expense of our labor versus even Mexico, which is a competitor to a company like Team One. You really have to be efficient and use it for their brains, not their brawn.
Do the companies, the vendors that you supply, do they actually come on site? Do they work jointly with you in developing either the end product or the processes?
Yeah, and that's one of the advantages, as you mentioned, of being in sort of Albion, South Central Michigan, is a lot of these companies have headquarters or North American headquarters in the Detroit area. And so it's a perfect place for them to come as they're developing new products with us, for the trials, for feedback, just discussions. And we have several customers visiting probably on a weekly basis.
How long have you been in business?
26 years.
Okay. And how did the company get started?
Well, I was one of the original owners, and I have a business partner, Gary Grigowski, who's still, him and I own 50% of the business. And we had a third partner, and we were selling plastics in the Detroit area. And Gary and I started thinking about owning our own business and being a molder. And Jim came back from Japan, and he actually was the guy who sort of crystallized the idea to supply some of the Japanese companies that we've already mentioned in South Central Michigan. And so we took that, started running with it. Albion has an economic development corporation, lent us money, lent us space, and now we're 26 years, here we are.
That was my next question. How did you pick Albion?
We were looking in the South Central area, and we wanted to be not in the same town as our customers, but a little further away. And we stumbled upon Albion literally as we were driving around looking for facilities, and they had a business incubator, and their Economic Development Corporation was able to loan us startup funds, which is critical. Any new business, banks don't really lend you, you just don't have a history. And economic development corporations like the one in Albion allowed us to get the startup funds we needed to really get that start. So it's been a great partnership with the city of Albion.
And you've made the community your home as well, and I think you encourage your staff to live close by, and you try to hire from the community as well.
Yeah, we look at a community as sort of the general sort of Calhoun-Jackson County area. So most people that work for us live within probably about a 30-mile radius.
Safety, I know, we've worked with you on these videos, it seems like it's a constant. It's your conversation always includes safety. Why and how is that such an important part of your company?
Well, really, it's interesting. Safety really starts from the top. And my partner Gary and I have always believed in running a safe organization. And sometimes you have to make tough decisions of shutting machines down or other things. But if you do the right thing, people appreciate that. And we just surpassed 5,000 days without a lost time accident. End of June.
I hope I didn't jinx it by ringing the bell.
Let's hope not. We're going to be really celebrating that. It's a great accomplishment. And we're very proud of our safety record, because when you talk about a great team, if you really say you value your people or your team members, safety's the greatest way to show it.
That's amazing. That's like more than 15 years, isn't it?
Over 14.
Okay.
Very good math off the top of your head.
Has the robotics, does that help make the company and the floor safer?
Yeah, it takes people away from being in direct contact with the machines. We then can cage them and contain the robots, because they can be dangerous in themselves if they're not properly handled. But yeah, it allows people to be away from the operation of the machines.
Well, not only do you supply companies in the region, but you're a customer of a lot of companies. You buy local as well.
Yes, yes. We really try to buy local in the communities as much as we can. Obviously, Albion's our first preference because we live and work there. But within that whole region, sort of that community that I had talked about, we really try to buy local. And when you really look at it, the service that you get and the other things can really offset maybe a few penny savings. And that's what we hope our customers feel like when they work with us also.
I've noticed also that you're really involved in the community. Here on JTV, we've been promoting the Just for Kids, the Kids Museum in Albion, and you provide a free day from time to time. You underwrite the cost of that.
Right. We've done that for several years, and it's just a perfect fit for our sort of philosophy of not only developing great people, but giving back to a community too. And Albion and that community I talked about has given so much to us that we like being a small company in a small pond. We can make a bigger difference, and so people like the Kids Museum, it's a no-brainer for us to support such an excellent organization.
Yeah, and their next-door neighbor, the Bohm Theater, you're also helping with their restoration.
Yes, yeah, that's exciting. We actually got a sort of tour of it and got to see some of the renovations, and it's going to be spectacular.
And you've been recognized by Marshall Chamber, too, for what you've done for the Greater Marshall community as well.
Right.
So what's the future? What do you see the company, how will it grow in the next couple of years?
Well, we're really focused still on the automotive industry. A lot of people might think we're crazy. I've had people tell me that, but we really know the market well. We understand the dynamics of that marketplace. So we're really looking to continue to add new customers, and we have a salesperson, Dave Biondo, who's in the Detroit area representing us, and we're constantly looking to add new customers. But as most business people know, you really want to grow the current customers and really want to do a good job and use that as opportunities to find new work within those customers. And so we're sort of a two-pronged approach. We are growing with current customers, which is always a good sign, showing you're satisfying their needs and providing a value, and always looking for new customers that can supplement that growth.
Well, if there's anyone interested, any manufacturers interested in talking with you, I know you've got your contact information on your website.
Yes.
I'd be happy to hear from them.
That'd be great.
Well, thanks for being with us here today, and continued success in the growth of Team One Plastics.
Bart, it's been my pleasure. Thank you.
And you'll be able to see more about Team One Plastics here on JTV and also on the Team One Plastics website. And we thank President Craig Carrel.